Hall of Legends is here, and as always, the event is taking a slight twist after its release. He sleeps here. EA just released Hall of Legends, which is basically a mashup of Icon's Journey and kind of any event from last year, except it's full of icons. In this video, you're going to run through the event, see what's possible, and talk some tips. First, though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube and turn on notifications. It's simple, it's free, but it does make a big difference on the channel. Also, before we dig into this event, Wednesday, July 5th, at Reset, we'll be doing a giveaway live on Twitch with the Wheel of Heart Attacks. Winner's going to receive their choice of a 115 event icon, or if you really want, you can get a 114 legend. Those are up for grabs as well. Details for this are on Twitter. Links are going to be in the description below. All right, so Hall of Legends is a 4-week-long event that includes 2 daily matches and an ad giving legend points that you're going to use to work your way down one of these 3 paths: Cruyff, Essien, or Cafu. And along the way, you're going to see other players. They're going to represent milestones in the Legends playing career. So these are like teammates, opponents, etc. And there's like a little bio next to each one that explains why they're in there. Now, on the main page, there are also these weekly quests that you can complete just for playing the game. It's stuff like this first one. It's all manager mode and tackles. There are also quests in the main quest tab for FIFA Mobile that include daily stuff that you can finish, and then do it 5 times. There's a weekly that opens up that gives you a 108 to 113 player that is untradeable. But the big thing here is they give out these Legend Pass A credits, which is because there is a pass for Hall of Legends. And since Hall of Legends, let's find the pass. Since Hall of Legends is 4 weeks long, these passes are only 2 weeks, which means there is going to be a second pass for the last 2 weeks of the event. Now, there are also player exchanges as part of this. Let's do it so you can see it. Where you can upgrade UTOTS players along with your legend points to claim a 115 from this event. It looks like, everything's icons in here, so that kind of all makes sense. Anyway, there is also another unique component of this thing is challenge mode requires a 1,000,000 coin buy-in, and then you're going to play 5 head-to-head matches. Did you hear that? 1,000,000 coins to enter the Hall of Legends challenge mode. But every time you win, it's a 400,000 coin profit. So if you're in need of coins and you're good at head-to-head and you have the patience that is required for the connection issues and everything that's been going on in this game since the very beginning, then you might want to check out challenge mode. That's everything. It's Hall of Legends in a nutshell. But what can I get if I'm free to play? That's the big question. So let's take a look at the numbers. In the main path, these daily things that you come in and play, there's the reward gives somewhere between 15 and 35 points. This ad that you do each day gives 10 points, and then those daily quests give out 150 per week. In the daily quests main tab, you're only getting one of these that gives out legend points. It's just 10 points a day. So if you add all of that up, you're looking at 35 to 55 points per day, plus 150 points per week. Do the math, and over the course of the full event, you're going to have anywhere from 1,300 to 1,860, depending upon your luck in that daily, the daily reward path. Now, if we go back to the game path, one of these for one of the champions, we'll do Essien this time. If you look here, each of these nodes is 50 points. All the way down, they're all 50 points. There are 14 to get to the legend, who then costs, instead of 50, see it's 50 right before, and then to get the legend, it's 400. That means to grab any of these, it is 1,100 points total. If you play every day and have the worst luck possible, you're going to be at 1360. So 1,100 means everyone can claim a 114 legend free to play. There's also an exchange in the overview tab here where you can trade in UTOTS points at a 3-to-1 transfer rate if you still have them. So it's like you trade in 3 UTOTS points, you get 1 legend point. There's also a coin exchange here if you want to do it. But it's all going to come down to whether or not you have a bunch of them. In the main tab, there's also a daily 500 FIFA point for 25 legends points offer. That means it's another 100 legend points every four days for 2,000 FIFA points. All right, if you have decent luck and you exchange in all of those default pass points, you know, the ones you get from the Star Pass. Here, I'll show you which ones I'm talking about. It's these things. The pass points that you use like as a default, you can exchange them for anything. And you have a whole bunch of UTOTS points left over, and you're willing to spend 300 FIFA points to unlock a second legend once you claim the first. And you have like a money tree in your backyard, and you forgot that the season is about to end very soon to make way for EA Sports FC. If all that aligns up for you, then I guess 2 legends are possible. If and only if. All right, so the big rub here in this thing is that if you go back to one of these, everything in here, all of these players are all untradeable. Everything along the path is untradeable. The free players in the event pass are untradeable. There's only a few places that you can claim anything that isn't untradeable. So if you look at the pass, the premium side is tradable. Anything that you're going to you're going to grab here in these, we're unaware of yet. Depends on what player it is. It's so much untradeable stuff. Campbell is about the only thing around here that's guaranteed to be tradable. But another thing, when you're looking at these passes, the premium side of this, the cost on it is all region based. For me, it's $10 US for a 2-week pass, giving out minimal rewards, especially this late in the season. Everything in this pass is all. Is it really that useful this late in here? And you know, with Campbell being in the market and able to be sold, he's going to be incredibly tough to sell since he's a guaranteed purchase. It's not about pack luck. It's just, oh, you spent the money, you get a Campbell. You know, whether or not you're going to be able to sell him it's just definitely not guaranteed. If you go down to the exchanges as well, there is the 115 exchange, which allows you to trade in a U14 UTOTS and Hall of Legend points for a 115 that is tradable. These are all tradable at this point, but because of the way the minimum prices are set up, if you look at them, the cost on these things are very high. That's another one, whether or not, you know, you'll be able to sell it until they bring down the values. And this is all dependent on whether or not you have a 114 that you purchased in the market or you got through an exchange, because the free packed UTOTS players will not work in this thing. They're not eligible for these kind of things. So the free ones, the ill-gotten UTOTS players cannot work. There's also a 116 prime in a second exchange, but again, it requires a 115 UTOTS player that is tradable. That means it's only the ones that you received as part of the store packs or you bought in the market. That tradable that's in here is the difference. All the free ones, the stuff that we have, none of that's going to work. It's only going to be the ones that are actually purchasable in the market or that you got in the store. So these exchanges are verging on useless since they're simply perpetuating the UTOTS nightmare into the, because the values are so high, and whether or not you can sell them. If you try to do this now, is it possible that you can pay 1 billion coins for a 114 and be able to quickly gather 500 points and sell it for 1.5 mil and make 400 million in the process? Yes, but it's all going to come down to whether or not someone wants to buy it. So if they want to buy it for 1.4, why wouldn't they just do the same thing? It's a big gamble with 1 billion coins, and at any given time, they could, come in and say, okay, we're lowering the minimum value on this, and it depletes the values. So those exchanges, it's just not worth the gamble and the risk. If we go back to the main path, like what we have here, and let's talk about these daily nodes. There is a top and a bottom choice here. You only need to pick one of the two. You do not have to do all four. I've already done the bottom. I can go back in and do the top, and it gives you coins, 20,000 coins and 30,000 for the second node, but it doesn't allow you to open this thing up twice. You only need to do two. It's not necessary to unlock the rewards to do all four, and it's only worth 50,000 coins to do it. You can play this stuff over and over again. So like for the versus match or the head-to-head match, if you lose the first time, you just keep doing it. It's all going to boil down here to whether or not you need an extra 50,000 coins and whether you prefer versus or head-to-head. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before we wrap this up, if we go to the event shop or the Hall of Legends tab here in the store, everything is FIFA points. There are no gem packs in this whole bunch. So besides the daily free pack, everything is FIFA points and everything is going to cost you. Everything in the store is tradable though, but at an expense. So here's the thing to remember. When FIFA Mobile starts giving out icons to everyone, that means the end is around the corner. We know EA Sports FC is coming up very quickly, and a giveaway event like this for a bunch of icons just confirms it. Everyone is getting a 114 legend. It's not the same legend as everybody else because you have 3 choices, but everybody gets one, and it's going to take a month to complete it. If that info helped, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube. It's easy, it's free, but it does make a big difference. Plus, don't forget about the 115 icon giveaway on my Twitch channel, Wednesday, July 5th at Reset. You have to be present to win. I'm Finally He Sleeps, and as always, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.